Hi, I'm Roamy. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Manduca Size-It to narrow the width of a carrier so it's suitable for a newborn. So I'm going to be using the Tula Baby Carrier for this demonstration, but you can use the Manduca Size-It on any buckle carrier that has a fixed width, so where you haven't got the adjustment on the width of it. So you can see here the Tula Baby Carrier is quite wide, so for a newborn you want the carrier to fit from one knee to the other without overextending the legs. And with newborns, generally their legs will be tucked up at hip width apart for the first few months, and then as they get bigger they'll start to wrap them around you. So this is obviously too big for the width of a newborn's legs, so we're going to want to narrow it down. So what I've done is I've just clipped the buckle carrier around. You can either wear it on your hips, or if baby is a little bit smaller you can wear it a little bit higher. We'll adjust that in a minute. So I've just clipped this on around here. Now I've got here the Manduca Size-It, which is literally a piece of padded material with a buckle clip on the other side. And what you're going to do is I'm just going to literally unclip it like this, and I'm going to clip it round to the opposite side on here. So I'm just going to clip it round there, and then if I swivel it round you can see I've just literally clipped that together. Now, obviously it depends on the size of your baby how much you're going to need to narrow it. The doll I've got is a fairly small newborn, so I'm going to put this relatively tight around here, just by adjusting this. Obviously the tighter you pull this, the narrower it becomes. What's also really nice is, as well as narrowing the width, it will automatically shorten the height. So the tighter you have this, the more the fabric will bunch up here, so the shorter the back panel will be. So it will also shorten it down so it doesn't come up too high for your new baby. So the first time you use it, you'll need to kind of guesstimate how wide it is. You can always adjust it once baby's in. Once you're happy with the adjustment, swivel it back round to the other side. And you want the fabric of this to sit as high up here as possible, so as close to the waistband as possible. So you can see here that's nicely narrowed down the material, and then all the soft bit is going to be by baby. So I'm going to start with this on my hips. Again, if you want to, you can wear it a little bit higher, which will shorten the back panel more, but I think this is going to be about right for my doll. So once you're happy with that, you're going to pick up your baby. So you're going to hold your baby on your front with the head on your upper chest. Now newborn babies will generally have their knees tucked up in this sort of position, with their knees up, bottom lower than their knees, and their knees at hip width apart. So if you do have a mirror, you can have a little look in a mirror at this stage, just to check that the width of this looks to be about right. If it looks obviously very wide or very narrow, you can adjust it accordingly. This is feeling about right for my baby, so just hold them with the head on your chest, and you're going to slide your hand under the base of the fabric and just stroke it up over their bottom and back, so you're holding them with material. Now with this carrier, this has got straight straps, so obviously depending on which carrier you've got, you may need to cross them or you may have them straight. For this one, I'm just going to put this strap over my shoulder like this, and put this strap over my shoulder like this. Okay, so baby's feeling fairly snug here. If you need to, you can tighten these up a little bit, but baby's feeling fairly secure in this one. So I'm just going to reach up behind my neck to the clip and clip that together. I'm then going to tighten these up so that baby's held nice and snug, and just fold that top edge down. You ideally want the carrier to come no higher than the nape of baby's neck to make sure that they've got clear air circulation. You also want to check they're held as tightly as holding them in your arms. So check by basically holding them, and if you feel you need to lift them, then obviously you can tighten it. Or the other way to check is rest your hand on the back of their head and just gently lean forwards and check their body doesn't pull away from you. Now obviously because we've narrowed the carrier, the fabric may be a little bit crinkled around here, so just make sure you spread it around nicely so it's nice and smooth over your baby's back. Have a little feel of their leg position. You want to ensure you've got an even amount of leg on either side. Ideally bottom lower than knees. If you need to, just take hold of their thighs and give a little tilt, and what that will do is it will curve their pelvis around so they're in a nice seated position, which will be nice and comfortable for them and take any pressure off their tummy. That's essentially it. You can have a little feel of here. Check that you've got the width about right for your baby. If you need to narrow it down, you can obviously narrow that a little bit more. You want this to fit from one knee to the other, so the lower legs can swing freely. Obviously, if it's a little bit too narrow, you can loosen it off until it's the right width. As baby gets bigger, you'll make it wider until you don't need it any longer for the carrier. And as you widen it, the height will also grow for the panel size. So that's how to use the Manduca Size-It to narrow the carrier. To take baby out, you take them out just as you would do normally. So for this one, I'm going to unclip behind here, bring one strap off, hold baby inside, and bring the other strap off. And the Size-It can then stay on the waistband for next time, so you don't need to put it on each time. Once it's adjusted, it can just stay there. I hope that was helpful.